hesitantly excited and warily optimistic. I meant to read this and I didn't! Hi, welcome to today's video. Today I want to share with you my TBR for the rest of the year because I recently realized that there is no way at my current pace I'll meet my goal for the year, and so I've made a little bit of a plan to hopefully reach my goal. So for the past few years, my reading goal has been 50 books, and I usually get around it, but a lot of the time I'll be 1 or 2 books short, and there's something really upsetting about that to me, so I'm gonna really try to hit it this year, but I've definitely fallen behind. I keep a spreadsheet of the books I've read, and it's separated by month. Last month, I read 1 book.
All around me are familiar faces.
And it was an audiobook that I only had like 2 hours left of at the start of the month. It's currently the middle of October. I haven't read a book this month. I haven't finished a book in so long, I don't remember what it feels like. Without further ado, let's just get into it. There's kind of 3 sections to this TBR. The first are books that I'm currently reading, because there are a lot of them. I'm usually the kind of person who reads 1 book at a time. I don't know what's happened, but I start a book, I get like halfway, 75%, and then I decide that enough is enough and I'm gonna go read something else, which is not good. But let's begin. The first book is one that if you know me, if you've seen my previous videos about books, you probably aren't surprised by, and that's Red, White and Royal Blue. I'm essentially in a constant reread loop of this book, and the reason I haven't finished it this time is because I'm not letting myself. I'm not allowed to spend my reading time on this book when I've read it more than 60 times. That sounds like an exaggeration. It is not. I can't stop reading this book. I did want to finish it before the collector's edition came out. I didn't, but I know the story so well that it didn't matter, and I love this book. It is my comfort read, and that's why I read it so much, but I think I'm going to use this as like a bit of a prize. Once I finish all the books that I'm currently reading, I can finish this one. Sure. The next book that I'm currently reading is My Policeman by Bethan Roberts, I think is the author's name. I started this because the movie was coming out. I'm about 60% through, I think, but I just stopped reading it. I want to finish it though. I want to finish it before I watch the movie. I'm not going to get to see the movie in theaters or anything, but I want to finish this book. I don't have a physical copy. Here's a picture of the cover. Another book that I don't have a physical copy of that I'm currently reading is A Little Bit Country by Brian D. Kennedy. I don't know why that was so hard for me to say. This book is great. I'm really enjoying it. It's really cute. I love Dolly Parton, and this is essentially set in Dollywood, but like a fictionalized version. It's cute, but I didn't finish it. I just stopped reading it. But I am going to finish it. I am. Next, I'm currently reading Mockingjay. Oh, that's shiny. Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. I don't know if I've talked about my history on this channel. The Hunger Games was the book that started it all for me. I can't talk about it without just like getting giddy. The Hunger Games made me the person I am today. And that sounds like an exaggeration. Again, it is not. I'm going to tell that story one day, but today's not that day. Anyway, I'm rereading the series. I have been slowly throughout the year. I'm on Mockingjay. Mockingjay always takes me longer than the other 2 because it's a little slow. It is a little slow. It feels like there's a lot of filler, but it's good. I'm actually why is talking so hard? I'm actually listening to the audiobook, but I do love this copy of the book. It's shiny. It's got shiny edges. I love the Hunger Games so much. I'm so excited that there seems to be a bit of like a revival of the Hunger Games on TikTok at the moment, and I couldn't be happier about it. The next book I'm currently reading is Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. This is a movie cover. I never owned the books, but I have been slowly collecting them when I see them at op shops, and this is the one that I picked up. If I find the cover to match the rest of the series, I will probably buy it, but I'm reading The Lightning Thief. I've read the Percy Jackson series maybe twice, but both times I kind of speed read it, and I'll be honest, I don't remember much. So I want to reread it. All of the news about the show has been so exciting. I think the cast look like the characters. I know there's been a lot of debate around that, but like, I think that they embody the characters really well, and I'm just very excited. So I'm rereading it. I'm not far in. I'm like a few chapters in at the moment. But yes, Percy Jackson. The last book that I'm currently reading is not Clockwork Angel, but Clockwork Prince. I don't own a physical copy of it though, so we're holding up this. I have read The Infernal Devices many times, but I wanted to reread The Infernal Devices and The Last Hours in the lead up to Chain of Thorns. So I'm currently reading Clockwork Prince. There we go, we got through part 1. So now we're on to, I guess, the actual TBR, because these aren't to be read, they are being read. But the books that I'm going to read, hopefully, during this year, have been broken up into 2 sections. This first section are ones that kind of connect to the things I'm already reading. You'll get it once I get into it. Okay, I'm pairing 3 of them together, and that is Clockwork Princess, Chain of Gold, and Chain of Iron. These books are so large. As I said, I want to finish The Infernal Devices, and I want to read The Last Hours in the lead up to Chain of Thorns. I'm really excited. I adore the characters in these books, a few of them in particular. I was at a concert a couple of weeks back with a friend of mine who also likes these books, and we spent a solid half hour before the show just sitting in our seats discussing the family trees of the kind of Shadowhunter world, and being like, okay, so we know at the end of these books these characters end up together, how? And just like theorizing, and it was so fun and I loved it. The next books I want to read by the end of the year are the rest of the Percy Jackson series. You may notice we're missing one. Again, I'm collecting these from op shops, and I haven't found it yet, so I'll probably read like an ebook of Sea of Monsters. But yes, Percy Jackson. I'd love to read the rest of Rick's books, but there are so many of them, it's kind of scary. And the last book I'd like to read that tie with what I've already read is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. That is why I reread The Hunger Games this year. This is scary to me. So I was like hardcore Hunger Games fan, right? Like fan account, my entire life revolved around the Hunger Games. My room was plastered in Hunger Games stuff. Everything I did revolved around the Hunger Games. It was a lot, and I don't regret any of it. I loved that time in my life. But all that time, I would talk about a prequel. I wanted a prequel. This is not the prequel I wanted though. I'm going to go into it with an open mind. I have been spoiled. I know what happens in this book, but in my mind, the perfect prequel would have been about one of the previous games, either Haymage's games. I think that would have been incredible. Phoenix games. Basically, I wanted like a short story collection of the previous games. But this is the prequel we got, and that's okay. I'm gonna try and enjoy it. I actually watched a video by, who was it by? Lena Norms, maybe? Anyway, I'll link it, about kind of the Hunger Games and this book and the kind of environmental aspect of it. And that was really interesting actually, but yeah, that's what I want to read. Can you see that? Let me move this pile. Okay. If you see me keep looking down, it's because I'm like ticking off the books. Okay, next. Most of these next books I want to read for a video, but they're also just books I want to read. So like I said, most of the next few books are ones I want to read for a video. They all are except this one. I Kissed Sharawilla by Casey McQuiston. I love Casey McQuiston. This is no secret. I'm interested to read their take on like young adult. I bought this the day it came out and just never read it. So these next books I want to read for a video. I want to read like book talk books. We'll see how long it takes me to do that. The first one is Delilah Green Doesn't Care by Ashley Herring Blake. I have heard so much about this book on TikTok. This is actually my friend's copy. She has borrowed it to me. Borrowed it to me? Lent it to me. I know words. One thing that I think is just incredible. Let me find it. So my friend annotated the start of this book, and one of the few annotations is is just Isabella will like this. Me being Isabella, and it's the line, "A dirty joke rested on the tip of her tongue, but she bit it back." Because somehow I am the friend that will always make the dirty joke. I didn't realize that about me, but it's true. So yes. Next, oh my god, I have been meaning to read this since before it came out. I remember hearing about it when it was coming out back on like BookTube, you know, like the classics. And that is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I've wanted to read this book for so long, and last year I read the Shadow and Bone series and I just never got to this. And the thing is, I know that I'll probably really love it, but I just haven't gotten to it. Following with that, we also have Crooked Kingdom that still has a sticker on it. Ignore it. You can't, wait. There, you can't see it. It's not there. I would like to read these books a lot. I really want to read these books. Okay, what's next? Oh my god. Next, we have another book that I've wanted to read for a long time. The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I wanted to read this book since before it was big on TikTok, and then it got big on TikTok and I wanted to read it even more, and I never did. Can we sense a theme? I've heard so many good things about this book. Again, I think I'm gonna love this. I just haven't read it. I don't even know what to say about any of these because they're all things that, you know, I'll probably really enjoy. I just need to actually motivate myself and read them. Next, we have My Year of Rest and Relaxation. I saw this book mentioned on TikTok and I was instantly drawn to it because of the artwork on the front. There is a video by Bernadette Banner where she and her sibling go to the museum where this painting is, and her sibling dresses up as the person in the painting because they look weirdly alike. And so instantly I was like, I want to read this just because of the cover. I completely judged this book by the cover. No idea what it's about, but yeah. I'm bad at talking about books that I haven't read. This is not good. Anyway, last one that I'd like to read this year, These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. I don't remember what this book is about. Hang on. I just read the back of this book. I don't think I ever knew what this was about. That sounds really interesting. I really want to read this book. Why haven't I been reading? That is 21 books that I'd like to read by the end of the year. Is it gonna happen? Probably not. I'll be completely honest. I probably won't get through all of these books, especially considering I'm trying to do NaNoWriMo this year. So I feel like November isn't gonna be the biggest reading month for me. So that means I essentially have December and the 2 weeks that are left of October. This doesn't bode well. I feel like it's gonna be a big failure, but I am going to try my best. I don't even know what to say here. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know that most of the video was me just saying, I meant to read this and I didn't. But that kind of sums up my reading life right now. If you have read any of these books and particularly recommend them, let me know and I'll adjust my order to read the ones that are recommended first. I'm hesitantly excited and warily optimistic. I really want to reach my goal. I keep going to call it a Goodreads goal, but I'm trying to distance myself from Goodreads for like ethical reasons. So my link to my story graph will be below, and yeah, tell me what your goal is for the year and if you're anywhere near it. I keep seeing TikToks of people being like, my goal was 100 books and I've read 200, and then I just get jealous and sad. But anyway, I guess I'll end this here. Don't forget to subscribe. I am hopefully going to be making videos actually regularly now. I like have a plan. So I will see you soon. Bye. Oh my god, I can't reach the camera. Hang on. Bye. Okay, it's thumbnail time, baby. How do I hold these? Why didn't I stack them properly? Oh my god. Oh my god. Help. Oh no. Oh. Okay, that's good enough. Let's put these down. Oh my god. I feel like this is all a big mistake. Okay. I'm too short.